with me, David,
And me, Iconic Shadows.
and we are live right now. uh, First question was, what is everybody doing with the lockdown? And we'll start with Ryan.
Mostly playing games like currently Watch Dogs 2. Was playing Persona 5. I'll complete the main story for that. Bit of all sorts really. Started watching stuff on Disney Plus.
I've been watching Lucifer, Morningstar. If you've not watched that, it's a cracking series. Season 5 is out sometime after the quarantine. Yay. Because they've already... The thing is, they've done like the video, for it. But like... They've like not done the video for it, but they've done like the scripts for it, and obviously then the lockdown kicked in literally after they finished the script, so that can't be recorded. I watched that film last night that I was talking about yesterday with you. The demons in the phones. What is it called? I can't remember what it's actually called. If I had that thing up, I would know. Amazing. It's just retarded, but amazing. Like stupidly, but funny. That's all I can say about that film. Like, it was an actual film. I thought it was a TV series. It was just one film. It was like an hour and a half. I sat watched it after I got off last night. So yeah, that was alright. What do you think about the new UK app that is coming out and being pushed to everybody for downloading?
I thought it's ridiculous when you told me. I was like, well, if it's to be if it's actually real, then that's ridiculous.
Oh no, it's 100% real. 100%. If it does well in Ireland, it's getting distributed all over the UK. If it's got like the testing, because it's something like what China's done. Because China's like basically locked their country down by using this app. And what happens is, every piece of technology you get, say you buy a new phone, you'll have to register your phone with the government, and then they can like track wherever you've been all over the UK. Stupid, absolutely retarded. I ain't downloading no app that tracks me anywhere in the UK. Screw you, government. Happy days. I think that's it. Any other questions for the lockdown? Because I think those are the two I had wrote down.
To be honest, might try and get this first episode a bit quicker because it took us 3 attempts to actually get it done.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's a lot to talk about. Other than, like, I'm quite annoyed that... I'm happy that we're in lockdown because, to be honest, I'd rather it be in lockdown, and I think the lockdown should carry on longer than what they're saying. They're saying it should be done by July, and then August the pubs will be open, and I think that's a bit stupid and premature.
Yeah.
But apparently Italy's just opened their doors, haven't they? After I was watching this last night. Italy's just opened their doors after being in lockdown for so long, and everybody went to the square. So
Yeah.
And they've started being able to exercise more. It's not like they're in full on lockdown. They've still got to keep in restrictions of meters of each that people aren't going to listen to over here. So it's pointless. But in Italy, they will do because they're not stupid. We're really sad with what was going on in Spain and what was going on in different countries where we're on holiday and like, fuck you, we're drinking, yay! Dumbasses. What do you think about the people getting fired from WWE? That they're still coming in.
Well, it's a bit ridiculous, really, isn't it?
I understand in some aspects. Obviously, that cut a bit of budget, but when you've got people who are on the contract that aren't going to be wrestling till potentially WrestleMania 37 or even later, and then you've got Brock who's wanted to take time off for his family, I would have fired them straight away. I'd keep people who are actually there day in, day out, like Drake Maverick, Sarah Logan, other people that have been fired. The person who's just come back, Leo Rush. Like, people who have actually worked their arse off for the company, I would have kept. I would have fired the people who aren't there, who's on big contract deals. Like Brock Lesnar's on something like 10 million, is he, a year, something like that? Something stupid. He's on a big contract, so is Undertaker, so is John Cena. And you've got them under contract, even though they're probably not going to wrestle till wrestle. It makes no fucking logical sense at all.
Yeah.
Best matches of WrestleMania 36.
My favourite matches were the cinematic ones, the Boneyard match, and the Funhouse match.
Oh, yes. Sorry, but the Fiends and John Cena's match, fucking beautiful. By far, best match of the night. Undertaker had the best night of the other one. Personally, my favourite match of the night was the female tag team match. You also said the Brock and Drew and who's the one? There was another one you said as well. Well, you said 4 matches. You said the two obviously the two cinematics, the Brock and Drew, wasn't it? Who's the one?
Yeah.
Who's the one you said?
Brock and Drew, and then the Edge match.
Yeah, Edge and Randy Orton. Where I said Edge and Randy Orton oversold it. I feel like it was dragged on in some aspects, and I felt like Edge kept getting it. I felt personally like I was struggling to keep in contact with it because I was concerned about Edge's injuries and potentially getting injured and being brought off TV rather than like being able to wrestle anymore under contract. Because to be honest, Edge is my hero from being a kid, and when you see someone that you've loved and like, it's hard to see. Like, you're an Edge fan, aren't you, right? Like a big Edge fan. Like, when you see like him struggling to breathe and shit, it concerns me when he's just come back from retirement. So I was like, you could have probably not sold it as much, and I wouldn't have been as concerned about him, and I would have probably enjoyed the match more. That's personal opinion, but that's how I felt. Money in the Bank, what match are you looking forward to? Well, I think there's only one match we're all looking forward to, just to see the chaos of it.
And just the Money in the Bank match, to be honest. That's pretty much all I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it, to be honest. Like, there's not going to be a lot of matches where you're going to be like, yeah, that's amazing, that's crap. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're going to be the main focuses of that night. I feel like any other match is just going to be playing second fiddle to that one match. And potentially, you never know, maybe one match will surprise us, but I don't think it will. Battleground. Let's talk about Battleground. WWE. Battleground. Right? Thoughts?
The new game looks okay, but I bet a lot of people are going to compare it to All Stars, especially if they enjoyed All Stars. So we're going to have to see what happens, really.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Unless it's like 20 quid, I ain't buying it. You can shove it up your ass. I bought 2K20 and I feel ripped off 2K20. I ain't buying fucking WWE Battleground unless it's £20. And WWE can stick to that because I'm not buying it. And I think a lot of people's under that. If it's not under 20 quid or 25 quid, they're not buying it because it's not worth 50 quid. The cinematics is that the graphics out there and it looks like it's been put together quick. And they could say they've been working out 2-3 years. Bullshit. As soon as WWE said, oh, don't do 2K21, they've scrubbed that together and chuck it together. And they can kiss my ass if they say they've been working on it 2 years. Because if that's the case, why have they not mentioned it? Why has there been no mention of it until literally this Monday? Do you know what I mean? Even like when games have been under development, because even All Stars, didn't we find out about All Stars 2 years before All Stars actually was released? They was doing some cinematic thing.
That was a game that was coming out regardless. So.
Yeah, but like they'd mentioned it in some aspect like that, they was going to chuck it in. So if they've been working on this 2 years, at some point, because people's left the company, someone would have brought that up. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they apparently worked on it for 2 years, it's the same as this bullshit when they said, they've been working on that. When they came up with the bullshit that they'd fired, they didn't know Ukes was leaving, but Ukes they'd already said that Ukes was leaving in like 2019. You know what I mean? Was it 2019? They'd already said Ukes was leaving on the way out. At the start of 2019, when 2K19 was getting finished off, they said Ukes is leaving after this project, right? Because they didn't want Ukes on the books because they said they was taking too much money off the profit. So I just feel like they're coming up with excuses, and I think it's bullshit now. They need to like stop because we can see through your bullshit 2K. It doesn't work. Next. Favorite wrestlers, past, present, and it ties in with what you said the other day about who would you like to meet and why. Let's do 2 legends, 2 present day for male and female. So you've got more of an option. Because I feel like there's a lot of wrestlers that people would want to meet, but I feel like there's a lot of people, you know what I mean?
When it comes down to it, I'd really like to meet, Edge, Sting. Think if I was going to say female wrestler-wise, just to talk about some of their how long it took for them to build up to being a WWE wrestler. Like I said the other day, Becky Lynch.
Yeah. Hall of Famers, I'm going to go with Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan. Purely because Ric Flair's the legend he is, and Hulk Hogan is one of the biggest wrestlers who I knew when I was growing up. current day males, I'd go Ricochet and AJ Styles. AJ Styles because he's a god. Ricochet because what can't Ricochet fucking do? If we're going legend females, Trish Stratus because who doesn't want a bit of satisfaction in your face? Lita because Lita's a hardcore. Dana Brooks would be current day purely to feel the muscles. And I'm going to change, man. I had Becky Lynch because I sort of tied in with Ryan, what Ryan said. I'm going to change it because now I've seen as I've seen Jessica and Duke more this last couple of days, I'm going to say Jessica Duke. Just purely because I want to talk about gaming with her. Because, like, she's actually properly into gaming and I didn't think that of her. So I'm going to stick with Jessica Duke. I'd actually just like to see... Because, like, I'd like to see what games she would like to play and all that stuff. So it ties in quite well. What have we got? Have you got any questions for WWE, Ryan, before we zoom off onto other stuff?
What's your favourite wrestling game and why?
I love it. It's a good game. Personally, see, I'm stuck between two. I'm obviously going to say SmackDown. Everybody says the controversial, No Mercy, SmackDown, and SmackDown 2, because they're like the core games from like when you was a kid. I'm going to change that on its head. I'm going to say SmackDown versus Raw 2008 with ECW, purely because I think manager career mode, that was amazing. I feel like them kind of games you could put 2K18, you could put that on now, 2K208, and enjoy playing it. There's no point where you can't put that game in your console and go, do you know what, that was a really good game, I enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean? There's no part where like you can go, it wasn't a good game. Every part of that game was enjoyable. But yeah, I'm gonna go with you. What 2K game or THQ game would you play?
Probably all the wrestling games we used to play. That's how we got to know each other.
Oh yeah. Well, that was 2K11, wasn't it? So I met. This is talking about. Was it who's the guy we all met off? Was it Criminal there?
I'm not sure.
There was one guy and then he left and then that's when we brought GSA together as a group. Because it came down to, I think me and Paddy were discussing making a league and then you and Ed jumped in and then Sam jumped in later on down the line. But I remember we at one point, this is talking, about 10 years ago? Nah, maybe less. So less than 10 years ago? Nah, it was about 10 years ago. 10 years going next year, I think it is. We had me, Paddy I had Raw, Paddy had Power of SmackDown, and then NXT was run by Ryan and Ed as a duo. And if I remember rightly, we loved doing that. The only downside we had was trying to get people to show up to actual shows and not show up on different days. Because like the amount of times that people showed up on Raw, that wasn't on my brand. And the amount of times that people would show up on NXT, that wasn't on the brand. And it was just sometimes it became chaotic because we had like 70, 75 people, something like that, joined up at GSA. And it was crazy. Like trying to organise 75 people to show up on set days, fucking nightmare. But other than that, I enjoyed every minute of it. And it's one of the things that made our friendship grow, and that's why the lads are the lads from that. Like, when we'll bring up Ryan with the lockdown, obviously Ryan was meant to get married in, less than a month?
Yeah, it was supposed to be pretty soon. And obviously...
month and a bit, isn't it? It's a month and a couple of weeks, isn't it? It's not, it's not going to happen before lockdown kicks off. It would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 8 weeks away, it would have been to your wedding. So as soon as he mentioned his wedding, I said I was coming. Paddy said he was coming, and so did Sam. And it wouldn't have mattered. We would have made sure we came because Ryan's the first one to get married to the group, and obviously that's what happens. The boys stick together. But yeah, anything you want to add,
Ryan? No, I think that's pretty good. To be fair, like I say. This one might be a bit quicker than our normal ones because we've had to do it
3 times. This is the third edit of trying to get it done. What did you watch as a kid?
So I watched the Ninja Turtles cartoons, Transformers, bit of all sorts.
Right, I'm gonna go with some classics, as they would say. We love a good classic. I'm gonna go with Rugrats, Recess, Pokemon, and Power Rangers. Purely because, and then I'm going to add Animals of Farming Wood, and that's purely because that was the one program me and my great granddad but when he was alive, would sit and watch. And I was talking about this the other day. I've got one tattoo already, and potentially I'm going to get another one. I was going to get one for the lads. We're just organising that. And I was going to get another one to represent my granddad in Animals of the Farming Wood. And I was going to get that tattooed on my body for representing him. And the love I've got with my granddad. I've always had that, and to this day. Right. Movies. What movies have you been watching?
Movie I'm going to watch is going to be Star Wars eventually, the new one. Movies I have been watching, not mainly really. I've been rewatching Marvel stuff every now and then. Like I already watched Endgame and Infinity.
Yeah, Disney's good for that at the minute. If you're going to watch some Marvel films, it's time to with Disney Plus and stuff. Anything else? Oh, you're going to watch that thingy as well, aren't you? The film we was talking about the other day. The robots. Brain working.
Oh, yeah.
Pacific Rim. He's going to watch Pacific Rim 2 because he hadn't watched it and he didn't know there was a Pacific Rim 2. Me personally, we've done about Sonic as well. We both watched Sonic and really enjoyed Sonic. Hashtag Sonic's amazing. I'm going to say Bad Boys 3 because that comes out Monday and I'm really looking forward to Bad Boys 3 because I didn't go to cinemas with what was going on. I didn't manage to get a chance to watch it with Christmas and New Year. I'm going to say films I've watched recently that I've not enjoyed. Star Wars, wasn't a fan of it, but Brian's going to watch that and probably be in the next podcast, but that we probably do. The next one's going to be, we'll talk about that later on. Birds of Prey, hated it. Don't think it was as good as Suicide Squad. Trying to think of what crap I've watched recently. There's other films I've watched that I've just not enjoyed. The main film I've enjoyed that Ryan said for watch was Sonic, and I agree with it. I was going to watch it anyway, but Ryan said it's definitely one to watch, and I bought it, sat and watched it, and it was amazing. And I think I've watched it about 3-4 times since I've bought it. I'll tell you what I've bought as well. I don't know if this is in the question. Have you got a question about what movies did we watch as a kid? No. Right, well, I'm adding that now. I'm adding what did you watch as a kid as a film. It sounds racist, but it's an actual film. Check me on it. It actually is actually a film. Indian in the Cupboard. Sounds racist. It's not. I'm going to stick by it. It's not racist. It's a kid's film. It's about a little toy soldier you put in a little cupboard. You turn the key and he comes alive. Basic description. Amazing film. And my granddad got me into that too, so I blame my granddad. If it's racist, it's my granddad's fault. Any kids films you watch? Any films you watched as a kid? Oh, and Mewtwo too. By the way, have you watched the new? Have you watched the Netflix version of that? The up to date one.
Yeah, I thought it was okay, but it's not really.
I liked it because it was a bit more 3D, and I think it give it more of a. Like they could do stuff like that now, where like when we was kids they couldn't do it. So you're never going to beat the original, but I feel like it gave it that extra. It was worth watching again because it was more 3D, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's the only reason I watched it. But yeah, it was actually. Any films you watched as a kid?
I really liked Iron Giant.
Oh yeah, good film. Oh. I tell you what I watched. What was your first cinema film you watched? I know mine off by heart, by the way.
Oh, one of my favourites. I can't remember if it was definitely cinema film exactly, but Back to the Future.
Yeah, my first ever cinema film. I took a day off school because it came out, and my mum took me out of school for watching it. Was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original film. It was the first time. That's how old I am, by the way. I've just showed my age. That was the first film I watched in the cinema, and I was about 4 or 5. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. But my mum pulled me out of school for a day for go and watch it when I was a kid because I really wanted to watch it. It was the one thing I'd never asked to go to cinemas. That was the one thing I brought up that I wanted to really go and watch. And my mum pulled me out of school for go and watch it because obviously she didn't want to do it when not kids with her because it would have been a nightmare. Can you remember your first film? That was definitely my first.
I remember watching the Star Wars films quite a lot.
I think the first ever group film I went to with my friends from primary school. Do you remember Lady and the Tramp, the original? Not the new up-to-date one. That was the first film I watched with a group of my friends. Actually went to the cinema because I went with my blind friend. He wasn't blind, he was partially sighted. Sorry, he's blind now, but he was part of society at the time. It was him, his mum, my mate Ian, and me.
All right.
Man, I'm old, but I can remember all that crap because it was that's like when I was a kid. We've done favourite movie. Oh, we didn't do. What's your favourite movie of all time?
Again, that one of them would definitely be Back to the Future, especially number 2.
See, I've got so many films that I really love. I've got to say, I'm gonna go with a war film, but it's not a war film that you would think I would bring up. Max, I don't know if you've ever watched it. It's about a service. It's about a service dog, and basically, his owner gets blown up at the start, and then they send him home, and it's like ties into a story. It's really good. It's about like it tells you about like what happens with war dogs and like the stress that goes on to the dogs afterwards, and like that. Actually, most dogs get put down after the war, by the way, because they can't deal with being at home. Would you believe? Service dogs actually 9 times out of 10 get destroyed when they come home because they can't cope with the stress. Surprisingly enough. Because I wouldn't have guessed that, because most guys come home and have a fucking post-traumatic stress disorder. Why wouldn't a dog get it? Favourite game of all time? Whoa, this is where it gets juicy.
I've got quite a few, to be fair. Detroit Become Human's pretty good. Majority of the Assassin's Creed series. Overwatch is pretty up there, but it's really annoying. Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat. Get over here. I'm going to go with one that Ryan, I actually had to describe to Ryan. I'll probably have to describe to most of you. It was a Desert Storm. And it was a 4-player. It was like you could play as 4 characters. And it was war-based before we had Modern Warfare. Before we had Medal of Honor. By the way, that's how old I am. Medal of Honor was an actual thing. Do you know there was a Vietnam game, by the way?
The what?
You know Vietnam? You know the war, Vietnam? Right? There was an actual war game on that, but I can't talk about it because it's not PG. It was an actual over 18, and there was a valid reason it was over 18. And my mum bought it me, and I was about 15, and there's a reason that game was 18. You know GTA?
Yeah.
Why GTA is classed as 18? Because of the clubs you can go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could virtually have it in that game.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's called taking time. They call it taking leave. Yeah. I was 15. I was scared. That was like the first thing. Yeah. I might have been younger. I could have been.
That game wasn't 18.
Yeah, I think I might have been 12 actually. I think it might have been 12 actually at the time. I don't know. I'm gonna add. When was the first time you had a drink? Like a proper drink?
I don't know, probably around 15, I'm not sure.
Oh, mate, I was younger than that. I think I was like 10, 12.
Wow, you really are an alcoholic.
No, I wasn't, right. I said that, right. I wasn't drinking. I drunk alcohol pops. It was like wicked. It wasn't like I was getting pissed on beer. I'm not an alcoholic, you cheeky ass. I think I've drunk less than you this year. Yeah, I was. I remember because I was it was whenever the first Harry. When was Philosopher's Stone out, the game, the video game?
Years ago, mate, like year 2000 or something.
Oh yeah, then I was 10. Right, well that's what I remember playing Philosopher's Stone at PlayStation, and we was drinking beer, me and my stepdad. So that's why I know. Yeah. Less of that we discussed, probably the better. What games are you looking forward to this year?
I think that Marvel Team game.
Yes. We might actually do. Actually, guys, if you want to see me and Ryan play that together, or you want to see the rest of us play it together, even Ed or Paddy or Sam, give us a comment and a like, and we'll sort that out as soon as it gets released. If it's this year or next year, we'll all sit and play the Marvel game. If it's crossplay, if not, we'll sit and play.
Cyberpunk game. That definitely seems like my kind of game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, and you look forward to Assassin's Creed, wouldn't you? The new one.
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We get to play the Viking.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be co-play. If it's co-play, I might buy that and crack on with. I'm trying to think that you've mentioned it in the Marvel game. I was looking forward to. I'm now looking forward to a game Ryan brought up the other day. That was the new games that have been advertised by Smart Talk. Smash, is it Smash Talk?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, the new wrestling games that are coming out. There's one that I actually really liked, and it was like where they've signed not Raw, sorry, ex WWE superstars, TNA stars, and Ring of Honor stars to this one game, and it looks really good. And that potentially could be the next game I play. That's actually a wrestle game because I hate Battleground, but I'm not. I don't think even if it's a 20 quid, I don't think I'll end up buying Battleground because I just don't like the graphics and I don't like the look of the game. So potentially that could be the next wrestling game I play. Other than that, I can't say unless like there's a Pokemon game that actually comes out that's new. Potentially I might be looking forward to that. But other than that, potentially not. What music you listening to at the minute? Go on, Ryan. Say the magical words.
Well, pretty much what I'm known for, rock music.
That's not what you said yesterday. That's not what he said yesterday. I wanted to do. He never said that yesterday. God,
if we're going to do a podcast, you need to let the other person talk.
Shut. Go
on. So basically, like, you know, the concentration that is KSI because of the situation going on with Ricegum.
He shot at Ricegum, Christ.
but yeah, I think the music from KSI, like most people are saying, is pretty decent.
I agree with him, by the way. I just want to wind him up because he said it yesterday. That was the first song he said yesterday, by the way, KSI. He said it 2 days in a row and then he swapped it. I like what he did. I've got to say KSI as well because I've listened to like some of his older stuff as well. There's some songs I don't like and then there's some, like I'll just skip over them. I like the Friends with Benefits. No Sweet. Like Hendrix. I love that song. Black Lamborghini. I think everybody loves that song purely because it's great. It's great. It's funny. That she wanna know my real name because I'm way too comfortable. Yeah, I like that song. That is a KSI song. And I love Down Like That. What was the other one that he did after that? Was it the What's it? Yeah, the Wake Up Call. Love that. Love the Pop It song. Definitely, I agree with when he said it's definitely a stripper song, 100%. And then obviously the new one he's just done. I love it. Yeah, love that. Purely because I think that's the main thing I listen to. I've even had it on repeat before now. And then I don't know. I've probably been listening to a lot of crap as well. Like I'm quite nostalgic and old fashioned. So like, I've been listening to like Johnny Cash. You was talking about it the other day. I do listen to odd occasions Johnny Cash. And just like I'm one of these that likes like hero songs and stuff like that. So yeah, like when a hero comes along. Yeah, I like that kind of crap because I'm old fashioned. Yeah. What's your favourite song of all time?
I would say, because I listen to it quite a lot these days, Judas Fozzy, Chris Jericho's band.
Oh, yes. I think Paddy's the same as you, though, because Paddy's definitely listened to that before now, and definitely 100% loves that song. It's a favourite of all time. See, I'm very old. I'm going to say Stacey's Mum, because most young people don't know that song, and screw you because I don't care. It's literally, if you've not heard it, type it in on YouTube, you'll find it. I've got to say, yeah, one of my favourite songs of all time, Stacey's Mum. Stacey's Mum, yeah. And then, potentially, I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they live. I love that song. Yeah, pretty much them. Right, yeah. Podcast aims for this year.
One of the big aims is to maintain a decent way of doing it. So, depending on how we're feeling, it's probably going to either be recorded over the PlayStation or Discord, whichever we can actually get to work.
Well, it's PlayStation at the minute because 100% PlayStation is going to work because that's how I do all my videos and edit it and chuck it together. So I know I can get the audio from this and then just edit the video in. So, by the way, if that's why. That's why. Because I know I can edit I can just take the audio from this to that. Because I've done that very easy with the WWE stuff I've been doing, with the actual entrances. I've been doing that. I've been like robbing the song off like WWE and then editing it over my video, so I know how I can do it. So I'm doing it. The minute is recording it on PlayStation, the audio, and then transferring it over. And happy days, jobs are good. I think we're aiming for Money in the Bank next week. We might end up recording it now and then just editing it in, and then it'll be up for Sunday. It'll be up early Sunday, potentially. We're gonna do Money in the Bank predictions, aren't we, for Sunday?
Yeah. That might not be as long a video, but we're gonna do.
Well, we're just gonna run through the matches. When we run out of matches, that's it done. Hopefully the boys might give us. If the boys want to do theirs, I'll add theirs at the end. You know, their prediction. If they want audio, put their prediction on. I'll just edit it in. You know what I mean? So like, I'll do ours, and then if Sam wants to do his audio and transfer it over, and then Paddy wants to do his, I'll just transfer it all over and edit it all. Do you know what I mean? Together. That's how I'll do that. What's coming up individually channels? Okay, right, okay. It's the individual stuff. What's coming up, right? What have you got coming up, right, on your channel? Your main channel.
I may do some little discussions and stuff. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of an obvious thing here. I'm more likely to start doing stuff more because of this. It's actually getting me motivated to do stuff.
Oh no, I'm buzzing. Like, I'm always gonna. My main channel's always gonna keep running. It doesn't matter. Like with this, I can do this and editing, do my other stuff as well, so it doesn't really affect me. Because like usually I'm like 2 weeks ahead of myself on recording. So actually at the minute, Titanfall's still running, but I've got WWE coming up as well. But I've already done like 6-7 videos of that edited in, so it's only like, I think I did 3 more today, so there's probably 9, and then I've only got to do another 3, and that's me fully done and edited up for that. So yeah, that'll take me about 10 minutes if that. Well, it'll take me about an hour because I have to like record all the matches, then put them all together, then edit it together. So yeah, probably take me about an hour. So I mean, it's not even hard for me to do videos because like with like WWE and stuff and really out record at PlayStation, it takes about an hour, but it's the editing afterwards that takes the longer process to do. But that's my channel mainly. I think Titanfall, WWE Women's Tag Team Tournament, and the podcast, and doing stuff with the podcast. So yeah, my month's going to be quite busy this month, trying to get a fix set and ready, boys. Plugs. We're going to mention Sam. Obviously, Sam's not here. Sam is doing DJing at the minute. There'll be a link in the description of this video where it'll take you over to his Facebook. His Facebook page where he's actually DJing in South Shield. So go and give him a shout out and listen to some banging tunes because that's what I watched it the other day. And we was going to link it in the description Paige's Twitch channel because Paige is now doing Twitch, and so is who else is doing Twitch now? Rockstar Spud is doing Twitch. And I'll send them over and Rhino get them linked in and edited.
Yeah, I'll do like some description stuff and you can do more.
So yeah, check the description. Podcast aims are used. It's going to be trying to be one a week at the minute, just to get our feet and our bearing together. And then when we start getting like more, like the videos are coming more quicker, and we're getting used to editing and getting everything together, it might get up to 2 a week, maybe one in midweek, and then maybe one at the end of the week.
It'll at least be one a week. It just depends on how many to.
Well, there's going to be 2 this week because by the time that this gets up, and then Sunday, so yeah, there's going to be 2 this week, and then it'll probably be once a week from there.
I think it all depends. If it's a long one, it'll just be the one. If it's not so long, we can do one at the start of the week and one at the end of the week.
Yeah, well, we'll know roughly how long it'll. If it's over like 3 hours, if it's like a 3-hour podcast, believe me, we ain't doing more than one that week because it'll be a long editing It's like editing's going to take a lot longer than editing in normal. But I might only be able to edit for an hour, so it might end up being 3 videos in one. So you might end up with like one Monday, one Wednesday, and then one Sunday, or maybe Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, something like that. Yeah. Anything else?
Should be good.
Anything else from Rewrite before we end it?
I think as a little bonus, there may every now and then be like gaming stuff or just chatting about stuff.
Oh yeah, so basically whatever you guys want. You write in the comment section. Do you want us to play games together? Do you want us to play Warzone together? Christ, yo, I'll have to teach Ryan how to play it, but we'll give it a go. Well, yeah, but for a couple of games, it's not hard to play it for a couple of games. Like 2 games is an hour, Ryan, roughly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's 2 minutes. It's like an hour video, but it's like you probably have to do 3 matches in an hour. Especially if you play Plunder, because Plunder's a different game mode. That's like, hey, you only have to play 2 games of Plunder, right? It's half an hour of a video, near enough. Unless like someone hits $1 million, and then the timer gets speeded up to like 5 minutes left.
Oh, right.
So, Plunder. I'll have to explain Plunder to you at some point. Um, is that it? Have you got any other questions, Ryan? Before we end it,
No, I think that's pretty good, to be fair. Get it
uh,
all sorted.
should we mention the Do you want me to mention, or you mention the special video we got at the end of the video?
Let's just say this isn't going to be the full video.
Oh
Keep an
no,
eye.
no, we got something special added for you boys, and it'll probably be at the end of this video. So make sure you definitely carry on watching. And yeah, I think that's it, Ryan.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're Gucci. Right, thank you very much for watching. I am GSA Wrestling,
And I am Iconic Shadows, also known as Ryan.
and we will be back hopefully Sunday with another video when my dog's not trying to cut the video short. Yeah, and I will see you all in a bit. Right, guys, sorry we forgot to mention it. We're adding it in. We are going to be doing some crossovers where we're going to have other people coming who are friends of us. If you guys want shout outs, actually, we could do shout outs as well at some point.
Yeah.
We might do shout outs at some point, but make sure you're subbing and subscribing. And if you get 150 on this video, if you get 150 subscribers, whatever you see in a minute will be added in. We'll be adding another person to it.
And if they've got PlayStation, or once we get it figured out Discord, we'll be able to cross over them a lot easier.
Oh,
But
yes.
Otherwise, figure out a way around that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stay tuned, and hopefully we can get something sorted.
Yeah, so if you've got PlayStation, you can add Ryan at, what's your game tag? Iconic Shadows?
Yeah.
And my game tag is GSA_wrestling. Add me, and you could always be in a featured video on the podcast. I think that's pretty much it for the podcast. Anything else we forgot to add before we sign it off for this part?
No, I think that's all good.
I think that's it. Yeah. So, like you said, guys, get that subscriber count up, 150, and we do another one of what's at the end of this video. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it because we did it as a very special treat to you guys for coming over from our main channels to this to give us some support on this channel. I think that's it. Ryan, anything for your channel?
Yeah. As you may know, or may already not know, Iconic Shadows on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. More active on Twitter because Facebook's more just advertise our group channel and just occasionally publish my videos on there. But hopefully you guys will be staying safe in these times that we're stuck in, and stay tuned.
Pandemic. Yeah, I didn't know we had a main channel. What's the main channel? Yo, looks well. I don't know. Ryan set it up and now and told them. Yo, I see how it is. Anyway, yeah, the links will be in the description for Iconic Shadows, GSA Wrestling, Sam's thing. Sorry, Sam's Facebook thing, and we'll have pages and Rockstar Spuds because I stumbled across them. And if you guys haven't subscribed, you can go and subscribe and watch Paige live streaming and Rockstar Spud and go and give them some like and say GSA Wrestling and the Iconic Shadow sent you over from their YouTube. And we'll see you all very, very soon.
Have fun, guys.
Peace out.
What's up, Infinity Podcast guys? I got your request. I told you the rules, but I am happy to talk about some video games and some other things too. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer those questions for you because they're good and I feel like talking about them. Favorite video game is hard because it changes constantly and I'm moody, and sometimes games that we're fond of, it's because of nostalgia, not because they were really that great. It's because they were great then, and sometimes they don't always hold up. So it's hard to say, but I play a lot of like epic single player RPGs nowadays. Like we got Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I love Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm playing through The Witcher 3 again just because. And what else? God, I'm a big fan of the Fallout series. A big fan of survival type games that are like you can. Sometimes they have like a zombie theme, sometimes they don't. Usually just a survival theme of some sort where you have to like, I don't know, build bases and stuff. I like that. So as far as games I'm excited for, I would have to say probably Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, got to be up there. I did a reaction for that. The trailer that dropped on my YouTube channel, it kind of blew up. It's pretty good. And The Last of Us Part 2, probably at the top of my list currently. Favorite music is also hard because it changes all the time, and I like to listen to different stuff. Except for some constants would probably be like D. Antwoord is a big favorite of mine, and I've listened to them since like 2012, I guess, probably every day. Maybe not every day, but a lot. Enough that I know all their songs. But like when I'm working out and stuff, I like to listen to, like, I put on playlists in like a Spotify where it'll sometimes like play different stuff for me that I've not heard, because it's a lot easier to think about the music I like, it's easier to just say like the music I don't like than it is all the music that I do like. And I just don't really like country. It's like the only one that I'm just not crazy about. And favorite now and past wrestler and UFC fighter. Good Lord. Favorite wrestler when I was a kid was Sting. I don't know why. It just was. He just was. I don't know why. And favorite now wrestler is me. And favorite past UFC fighter is me. And favorite now UFC fighter is either Angie Hill or Roxanne Modafferi. Thanks.